New policies from the Trump administration are making way for mass deportations, but immigration advocates here in the city are preparing to fight those efforts. Let's get right to Good Day's Briella Tomasetti. She is live on the Upper West Side this morning with the latest. Briella, what's going on?
Yeah, Tashani, good morning to you. It seems President Trump is making good on his campaign promise to carry out mass deportations. Yesterday, his administration took its first major step by throwing out policies that limited where arrests could happen. And this church on the Upper West Side is fighting back. According to those policies, the guidance released yesterday, well, it allows two key agencies, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, and Customs and Border Protection, to carry out immigration enforcement at sensitive locations like schools, churches, and hospitals. The move reverses policies that were in place for over a decade. It came after Trump signed a slew of executive orders related to immigration, including a national declaration of emergency at the southern border, ending catch and release, terminating use of a cell phone app used by migrants to enter the United States, and attempting to end birthright citizenship, which is guaranteed, by the way, by the 14th Amendment. According to internal memos obtained by the independent news website The City, New York City employees are being instructed to block entry to any non-local law enforcement and are instead being ordered to contact city lawyers to authorize access. Mayor Adams reassured the city's immigrant community that New York is a sanctuary city, but said the NYPD will cooperate with ICE when it comes to taking down criminals.
Those who commit violent crimes in our city have violated their right to be in our city and in our country. And we're going to continue to collaborate with ICE around criminality.
Immigration advocates argue that deportation at schools, churches, and hospitals could prevent migrants from getting medical attention or allowing their children to get an education. The St. Paul and St. Andrew United Methodist Church has been assisting migrants with food, clothing, and working papers for years, and providing a place of safety for them regardless of their status. Reverend Kate Carpin says without a warrant, he won't allow officers on church property.
If somebody from ICE has a judicial warrant signed by a judge for a particular person who has committed some terrible crime, we would consider that in a different light.
And nearly 24 attorney generals, including AGs from New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut, filed federal lawsuits attempting to block the executive order ending birthright citizenship. So there could be a whole lot of legal challenges for the Trump administration ahead. For now, we're live here on the Upper West Side. Tashani, back to you.
We'll have to watch this thing play out in court. Briella, thank you for that report.
What is the deals? Welcome to Emilio Duran's place, where I'll talk about and display various things. Let's get right into it, man. I have questions. I need answers. Please, if you watch this video, please, just give me your thoughts and opinion. So, oh God. So we have ICE raids going on throughout the country. New York City and California are really like the major cities that are going through these raids, cities and states, okay? And I just don't understand. I don't understand why people are protecting illegal immigrants, illegal migrants. I don't understand. I have the same energy across the board for everybody. What does that mean, Emilio? Okay, it means if you're illegal and you don't belong here, you need to go. I'll give you more context. If you're an illegal grown man, you need to leave. If you're an illegal grown woman, you need to leave. If you're an illegal senior citizen man or woman, you need to leave. If you're an illegal child, boy, girl, you need to leave. If you're an illegal baby, you need to leave. The key word is illegal, and this is the part that I have a hard time understanding why people don't understand that. I see protests happening in California. I see protests happening in New York City, Chicago, Colorado. We have all these disgruntled people upset with Donald Trump, President Trump, Tom Homan, the border Caesar, Republicans and conservatives like myself. They are upset because we support ICE deporting people. And they'll say, you're breaking up families. These are children. Okay, I understand that. But we wouldn't be here if they weren't here illegally. See, why nobody can go to the root of the problem. And that's why a lot of people fail at life, because they just look at what's going on. No, how did we get here? You have to find out how we got here. Then we can fix the problem and address it accordingly. Okay? All right? Let me give you an example. If I broke my arm, right? Yes, I go to the hospital and get my arm fixed. This is true. But what happened for me to have a broken arm? Oh, I was horse playing around on my skateboard and I was doing a couple of tricks that I know I shouldn't have done, and I should have wore my safety clothing or safety garments to protect myself. Okay, so now we know to prevent the arm from being broken, wear the proper equipment or skateboard somewhere where it's not just concrete and bricks all over the place. I'm skateboarding somewhere safer. You see what I'm saying? You have to start, you have to get to the root of the problem before you have to address that. You have to address that. So when you have people protesting, marching up and down roads and highways talking about protect the children should have not been here in the first place. I don't understand. They're in the schools that the taxpayers pay for. I don't want them in them schools. If I live in New York City and I'm paying taxes and we have students in there that don't belong there, I don't want them in there. My taxes go towards the school. I don't want them there. Why people can't comprehend that? But then they'll say to me, you don't care. These are innocent children. Oh my God. Okay, that is true. But rules are rules. Regulations are regulations. Be mad at their parents for putting them in these situations. I'm not mad at the little boy because he wants to be the best version of himself. I like that. I'm upset at the parents for putting that little boy in that situation. So now ICE got to come into the school and grab little Juanito and he got to go. Now we got policies in effect that ICE agents can't come into public buildings or federal buildings. This is crazy. This is crazy. So I see right here, because I like to do some research and information, before I just start saying stuff. I like to have the information and then I display it in my video, or I'll put a news clip before or after my video of me saying what I got to say. But everything is my opinion and also facts. And then I give my opinion about the facts, okay? The city's panel for educational policy unanimously passed a resolution in January that says schools do not consent to granting non-local law enforcement, including ICE, access to school facilities. So no one that is not local law enforcement could come in the building. So federal agents, ICE agents, they can't come in the building, but the local police department could come in the building. All right. So, like I said, ICE can't come in, access to school facilities, students, or student records for immigration purposes without a warrant, court order, or subpoena. So now they got to get warrants and subpoenas. All right. So Tom Holman in the President Trump's cabin, he can't authorize nothing anymore without documentation. We have a person that's been selected by the President of the United States telling his agents, hey, go in there. Nah, you can't come in here. We need the proper documentation. Okay, cool. Cool. So according to CBS News, New York City to release guidelines and guidance on federal immigration agents potentially trying to enter city buildings. Mayor Eric Adams says it's finalizing guidance for city workers over concerns of federal immigration agents could try to enter their building. Some city leaders say attendance is down at schools that serve students whose family recently came to the United States. You know why? Because they're not supposed to be there. Does anybody understand? Oh, the kids are not coming. The attendance is low because they ain't supposed to be there. Hello? They're not supposed to be there and they're not supposed to be in the country. They're illegal, just like they parents. If you want to go to school back where you come from, or do it the right way. Go back, then do the paperwork, go through the process. But no, everybody wants to skip line. Everybody don't want to go through the paperwork. We ain't got no money. I'm this, I'm that. Listen. So why the fuck did you have a whole family if you ain't got no money? See, that's the thing I don't understand, dog. If you ain't got no fucking money, why are you creating families? If I know I'm a Spanish man, I'm born in Mexico, I'm seeing what's going on, all right? I have no fucking guidance, no nothing. But I say to myself, yo, man, my parents are struggling. I don't want to live like this. I need to do better. I need to find out and educate myself. How do I go and navigate through the world properly? If I'm struggling, I'm not going to bring other people along in my struggle. I'm not going to create kids so they can struggle with me. Or I ain't going to get a woman that's trying to struggle. No. Yo, we got to come up with a plan. I want to go to America. You, me too. All right, let's work hard. Let's save money. Let's grind. Let's focus. Okay. Yo, research. What I got to do to get into the country? All right, these are the steps. Paperwork, file, this, that. Right. Why you want to come here? Better yourself. Boom. Do what you need to do. Will it take time? Yes. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. Everything takes time. Everything. I'm about to be 46 years old. I didn't always think like this. I had to go through my trials and tribulations of a 20-year-old and as part of a 30-year-old. That's damn near 15 years. 20 to 30 is 10, 30 to about 34, 35 before I started changing. That's like 14, 15 years, man. I don't fucking understand, yo. And it pisses me off because we got people marching up and down the street. Protect our people. They ain't even your people. You can't go to their country doing that dumbass shit. You think you could go to Mexico and stay there years and years and go to their public school? Last week, CBS New York obtained a memo sent by the mayor to city agencies before President Trump's inauguration that said if immigration and customs enforcement comes knocking, Employees are to ask officers for their name and badge number, ask to see a warrant or subpoena, and call their agency's counsel. Okay, so if they show you the paperwork, then what? You still not going to let them in? Oh, man. This is really pissing me off, man. This is really pissing me off. Listen, man. Y'all keep on marching up and down the street, man, for people that don't belong here. Y'all keep doing that. We're going to see how it turns out. And all I got to say, again, is we got to go to the root of the problem, man. We wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be here. And when I say we, people wouldn't be marching up and down these roads and streets, holding signs up and creating all these new policies if the parents of these children did it the right way and then it couldn't come over here illegally. So you know who I got to thank besides them coming over illegally? Thank you, Biden, and thank you, Harris, for causing all this confusion. It's sickening, and I'm tired of it. But y'all keep on marching up and down the streets, man. I'm not going to New York. I'm not going to California. I'm not going to none of them places that got all that craziness and madness. I like chill environments, boring, safe. Make my money, make my videos, save, invest, and enjoy life. Hit the gym and get chiseled. Y'all can march up and down these roads and all that for all these kids that you ain't even birthing. I ain't got time for it. I'm done talking, and that's all I got to say.